week is a backbending practice. So it will bring lots of energy, kind of counteract all of that forward hunching to really open up the chest, the shoulders. Begin in mountain. Keep your feet right underneath your hips, toes are spread. Tailbone tucks down towards the heels, lower belly lifts up and in. Bring your shoulders up, back, and down. And bring your ears over your shoulders. Okay. Let's start taking the hands, interlacing them behind you. Pull the palms towards each other and widen the elbows away from each other. Shoulder blades slide down towards your waist. Okay. So we really feel the chest starting to expand. From here, lift, and then as you exhale, fold forward, lifting the knuckles up overhead, crown of the head melting down towards the floor. Lower your hands down to your back and then to the floor. Right hand goes directly underneath your nose, bend into your right knee, and bring that left arm up overhead. You can turn the head and neck to look towards the top hand if that's comfortable for you. Bend deeply into that right knee. Exhale, lower the left hand down, bring it underneath your nose, bend into the left knee, bring that right arm up overhead. And release that hand down. Fold forward, hold the opposite elbow, let your body dangle. Neck is relaxed, head is melting down towards the floor, thigh bones are pressing back. And release your hands. Bring the hands to the floor and step back into plank, top of your push-up. Tailbone reaches down towards your heels, lower belly lifts, collarbones widen, space between the shoulder blades widens. And then thigh bones lift up towards the hamstrings. Create a little bit of heat here. 2 more breaths. Good. Bring your knees down to the floor. Lower down. Chin is resting on the floor. Uncurl the toes and take your hands back by your side. Palms open to the sky. Pubic bone presses into the ground. Inhale, lift arms, legs, upper body. Anything you can lift. Lift it up off the floor. And release down. Turn your face to one side. Rest here. Maybe rock your hips a little bit. Bring your chin to the floor once again. This time interlace the hands, palms together, elbows reaching away from each other. Pubic bone presses down, breathe in. Exhale and lift. So keep widening the elbows, palms pulling towards each other. And release down. Turn your face to the other side this time. Bring your chin to the floor, hands come underneath your shoulders. Walk your legs together and press down through the tips of your toenails. Elbows hug your ribs, pubic bone presses down. Inhale, lift just the upper body. Take the hands off of the floor, all the work's being done through the muscles in the back of the body. Legs are strong. And release down. Inhale, this time put a little more weight into the hands. Exhale down. Inhaling up. Exhaling down. And take this to whatever place is your Cobra. So whether it's full Cobra, baby Cobra, you decide what is serving your practice this morning. One last Cobra here. Curl your toes under, press back into downward facing dog. Relax the neck, eyes are looking back between the shins. Take the right foot, step it forward between your hands, left hand plants down on the floor, right arm lifts overhead. So the twists neutralize the back bends. Good. Release down, step back, downward dog. Left foot steps forward this time. Right hand is on the floor, left arm lifts overhead. Release the left hand down, step back, downward dog. Bend your knees, bring them to the floor, and come up so that the hips are over the knees. We're going to come into camel pose. Start first with the toes curled under. Hands are at your lower back, like you're putting your hands in your back pocket. Roll the shoulders back. Same thing when we were in Cobra. Pubic bone presses forward, tailbone scoops down towards the heels. Roll the shoulders back, hips press forward as you gaze up towards the sky. Keep pulling the elbows towards each other. Neck is long here. Hug the navel towards the spine. Inhale, come all the way up. Uncurl the toes and sit back on the heels. And just take in these sensations. Come all the way back up onto your knees. You can again curl the toes under, or if you're going a little bit further, keep the feet flat this time. Hands start at the lower back, roll the shoulders back. Pubic bone presses forward, tailbone sinks. Gaze up, hands can come to the heels. Whether the feet are flat on the floor or the toes are curled under. Hips press forward for everyone, roll the shoulders back. Hug the navel towards the spine, come up as symmetrically as you can. Sit back on the heels. Come back to the room, bring your legs straight out in front of you. The left foot, hug it in next to the groin. Right leg's going to stay straight unless you would like to add a little bit of a variation to it where you can take it and tuck it back into a half virasana or half hero pose. So option B, option A. You decide which works best for you. Left hand reaches around behind you, right arm extends up overhead. Hook the elbow across the knee as you look over the left shoulder. Again, we're using the twists to neutralize the spine after the back bend. And release all the way back to the center. Straighten that right leg out if it was bent, and we'll change sides. So right heel tucks in as close to the groin as is possible, and then left leg either stays extended or tucks in next to the hip. Right hand reaches behind you, inhale left arm high, hook the elbow, and look out over your back shoulder. If that left leg is extended, make sure it's active, foot flexed. Exhale, release all the way back to the center. Take the legs, shape them out in front. Come down onto your back. Knees are bent, heels are tucked in next to the sits bones, and hands are reaching down towards the heels. Inhale, press the lower back into the floor. Exhale to bridge pose. Hips are lifting. Shoulder blades walk together underneath you, and maybe you're holding your ankles, maybe you're interlacing the fingers. Maybe the hands are resting by the heels. Root down through the ball of the big toe and the inside of the heel, keeping the thighs parallel. Exhale, release down. Turn your heels out, let your knees rest against each other, and pause here. Bring your feet parallel once again. You can choose to do bridge one more time. If you are working in wheel and are proficient in it, you can take wheel pose, and that's what I'll demonstrate. Heels are in towards the sits bones, feet are parallel. In wheel, fingertips face the shoulders. Elbows are parallel, I should say triceps are parallel to each other. Inhale, press the lower back down. Exhale, lift the hips. Wheel prep onto the head. Elbows, again, parallel to each other. Lift all the way up. Try to press the chest back through the arms. Press in with the ball of the big toe inside of the heel, thighs parallel. Relax the head. And when you're ready, lower down to the head, tuck the chin, and turn the heels out, knees rest against each other, pause here. Last neutralizing of the spine. Feet are mat width apart. Let both knees drop over to the right so that the arch of the right foot is near the left knee. Arms are out to your side. If you'd like to make this a little more intense, you can take the right ankle and rest it on top of the left knee, and that really opens up that left hip. Turn your head to the left, rest here. Bring the head back through center, bring the knees back up through center. Again, the feet start mat width apart, drop the knees over to the left. Arch of the left foot lines up with the right knee, or maybe the ankle rests on the right knee. Turn your head to the right. And release. Come all the way back to the center. Line your spine up. Take the knees, hug them into your chest. Rock gently side to side. And come back to the center. From here, maybe you want to go right into Shavasana. And if that's the case, bring your legs out in front, palms open. You may want to come up to a seated position and take some sitting time here. If that's the case, roll to your side, come all the way up. Take a few moments to notice the sensations, maybe that have shifted or have opened up since you started this sweet back bending practice today. Thank you for joining me. Namaste.